DHS, Department of Homeland Security, Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Tricia McLaughlin. Good morning, Tricia. So we now know that the government can tie at least two of these people arrested to terrorist organizations. I mean, this is a real concern for our country.
Mark, this is absolutely a real concern for our country. And actually, since President Trump took office, 570 known or suspected terrorists have been arrested within the interior of our country. We know it only takes one of these depraved individuals to create violence in our country. And our Homeland Security investigations under Secretary Noem's leadership and under President Trump's bold leadership are hyper-focused on getting these individuals out, arresting them, detaining them, and ultimately deporting them to a high security detention facility.
And so with, these sleeper cells, obviously we don't know who all was let into this country by the previous administration, not just from countries like Iran, but from really all over the world. So what is being done to assure that Americans are kept safe?
Well, we're absolutely increasing our communications, our information sharing with state and local governments, but as well, actually, Secretary Noem was just in Honduras, she was just in Panama, Costa Rica, and Guatemala, and they made information sharing agreements, biometric agreements during that visit. That's so important because we need to know who is on the upstream trying to enter this country. Have they been previously deported and are trying to re-enter the country? But Americans can rest assured we are very much on top of this. Our Homeland Security investigators, they're not resting. And it didn't take, of course, the war with Israel and Iran. It didn't take that military strike to get us on top of this. Since day one of the Trump administration, we've known that there's known and suspected terrorists in this country, and we are doing everything we can to get them out.
Yeah, Tricia, I mean, I know right now a lot of folks are planning what they're doing next weekend for the 4th of July holidays, or they're going on summer vacations. And earlier this week, the Department of Homeland Security put out a bulletin saying, quote, the likelihood of violent extremists in the homeland independently mobilizing to violence in response to the conflict would likely increase if the Iranian leadership issued a religious ruling calling for retaliatory violence against the United States. Do you know, are there any specific threats at this moment that we should be worried about? Should people avoid large crowds or fireworks gatherings?
No, don't bend to the terrorists. There's not an increased terror alert in any way. We have no credible threats that we're aware of. Celebrate this country, celebrate this great president, and don't bow to the terrorists, because that what they want is to slow us down and to make us scared, and we're not going to let that happen. Our law enforcement, that was a bulletin to our state and local law enforcement to increase information sharing, and so that our law enforcement knows to have their heads on a swivel, and if they see something, say something.
Tricia, can I ask you about Alligator Alcatraz? So Florida is looking to house a new ICE detention center. 5,000 illegal immigrants are expected to be held there by the end of the summer. I mean, if I try to escape a place and I know there's alligators outside waiting for me, I might stay put. I think it's a good idea. What do you think?
I think it's a fantastic idea. Secretary Noem, since the start of this administration, she's asked for the help of state and local governments. We have a bed space problem. A key operational part of arrests and deportations is the ability to house people somewhere until they face deportation. Every single morning I have a call, Charla, and when they ask how much bed space do we currently have, this facility would increase bed space up to 5,000 beds. But that big, beautiful bill will do even more than that. So we are really encouraging members of Congress, Senate, please vote for that big, beautiful bill, because that's going to get us across the finish line and make sure that we have that bed space to turbocharge our arrest and deportation efforts.
Yeah, speaking of people who have been arrested and deported, so it appears Democrats' favorite illegal, the so-called Maryland man, is back in the news. Axios reports the department plans to deport Kilmar Abrego Garcia again. The White House calls it fake news. So the so-called Maryland man's going to stand trial for his human trafficking charges. What's the truth here, Trish? Is he going or is he staying?
He will be in a U.S. detention facility. He will face justice here in the United States. Kilmar Abrego Garcia, he's not some innocent Maryland man, as the media has tried to force-feed Americans for the last 3 months. He's a member of MS-13. He's a human trafficker. He's a known wife beater. And this is a man who should not be on U.S. soil for long, and he won't be. Ultimately, his last place will be off of U.S. soil in El Salvador, where he belongs.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.